right now.
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay, starting.
Do you hear my voice?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So.
Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Hello everyone, welcome back with me here with Raihan Ramadan Abidin, student of English Education Department, Islamic State at Sultan Syarif Qasim Riau. And today I have a guest, and he's my old friend, my best friend when I was studying in Gontor. And he is also the student of English Education Department in IAIN Kediri. Is that right, Paul?
That's right. Okay.
Yeah. You can call him Naufal. And maybe you can introduce yourself briefly.
All right. I would like to introduce myself. My name is Naufal Siddiqui Nasrullah. My family and my friends usually call me Naufal. Right now I'm studying at Islamic Institute of Kediri, major in English education. I am in my third semester, and I come from Kediri. Kediri is Java, Indonesia. Also, what else? My name, my country, my major, and also, I think that is my little bit introduction for me.
All right, thanks. And before actually I asked you to be my interview or accomplishing my assignment with my lecture, but before we do that, I want to do just such as like intermezzo first. Do you still remember when we was a student and when we were class 4 and I was class 3 intensive, we learned in the morning with Mr. Farsma. Still remember about that?
Oh yeah, I remember that. Mashallah.
And where all the students learning about vocabulary with the manager of a hostel, and we just 4 person, me, you, Akbar, and Farhan. We are going to Mr. Farhan.
That's right.
And we learn as with him there.
Yeah, I remember that. Really, really good. I took many lessons from that course with Mr. Farisman. Really good.
We feel that like just like a special son or special student with him.
Yeah, that's really right.
All right, Afal. And here I want to ask you some questions, but maybe you just answer by sharing or just a small conversation. Yeah? And all right, the first, what do you think in your mind when you heard English Education Department? I mean, how about English Education Department for you?
So, in my opinion, English Education Department is when I hear this sentence, English Education Department. You know, in my opinion, there is like an educational activity about, educational activity about English. So it is not just English itself, but also the educational activities in English. So we study about English itself. We study about English, but we also study about how to teach English to other people. That is really interesting also. So if we learn English literature, we just study English itself, and we don't study how to teach the students. But in English education, this major gives us really big opportunity to enhance and to increase our sense of teaching. That's really interesting because I like teaching. So that it will be really fabulous major for me.
Right. Right.
So that is my
Love
opinion in
teaching.
English.
Love English.
Yes, that's right.
All right. I like your opinion. Me too. Also, I always love English language and also teach us the children. And all right, we have been through so far for English Education Department about 1 year, and maybe 3 months. And do you have good experiences or bad experiences with this major?
Okay, so actually, my good experience is to win, to win the competition. I think. So, yeah, I applied for the competition in English news anchor. I mean, yeah, we read the news. Yeah, we become the news anchor.
Competition.
Yes, that's right.
News reading.
I got runner up like that. Yeah, I got runner up, but that is in internal campus. I got runner up, and also I think that is my experience. It's my good experience, online experience, because I've never been, study offline at the college. So it will be really interesting experience if I can study in person with my lecturer and with my friends. But yeah, until now we still study online. That is really bad experience, I think.
Online is bad experience for me.
Yeah, online is bad experience.
May the condition in this country will be better, and we hope we can study offline campus.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. All right. And talking about lessons, and what is the most difficult subject for you in this major? There are much subject, new subject also, especially in this third semester. There are second language acquisition and phonetics and phonology. And what the most difficult subject for you?
Okay, the most difficult. I mean, the most difficult subject or the most difficult course in this semester, I think. In this semester, I myself, I am like in reading skill. In reading skill, I still improve my skill in this course. So it will be academic reading. It's the difficult course for me, I think. So yeah, because I'm lacking of. I mean, yeah, the academic vocabulary. I need to improve the academic vocabulary. So yeah, that is my the most difficult course, I think. So academic reading. It's not just reading itself, but we have to understand the passage clearly. So we can answer the question from that reading from that reading question. Yeah, I think it will be the academic reading is the most difficult for me.
Academic reading.
Okay, yes, that's right.
And the easiest one? What is that? The easiest one?
It's before like 10 minutes.
One is I like phonetic and phonology. Okay, so the phonetic and phonology is the easiest one. So because I like it, I really like it. How to sound like a native speaker, how to sound correctly and clearly. That is the easiest one. Okay.
So, have you memorized the phonetic symbols? I have memorized it.
Okay. Some of the phonetic symbols I know that, like how to sound ch, and also the sound of schwa sound, like in British they will call schwa sound like and glottal t, and also the phonetic symbol like I think if we say in Arabic it is mat of the ear, that so we must read
Makhraj
Yeah,
huruf in learning English.
that's really interesting, Jack. Okay. So many of the phonetic symbols that we have to memorize in this course.
All right. So, if I might say, listening, reading, writing, and speaking, these four parts in learning language, not just English, and also Arabic and so on. Which one do you like the most?
The most I like is speaking skill. Yes, I like speaking. I like speaking. So, because it's really interactive skills, and we share each other and really improve our sense of like the public speaking or our courageousness in front of the audience. That's really important. I like it. I really like it.
Yeah, I think I agree with your statement. Speaking is the most important thing because we need to speak up in front of the audience.
No.
Yeah. And right, Naval, before you're entering this major, do you have the advantage or the special ability to become students in ED, or you don't have any basics about English or what?
Before I enter this major, I have studied English in my boarding school. That's really helped me. It's really, really useful and helpful for me to study in the university and majoring English education. So 6 years studying at the boarding school is really helpful to improve my English. So when I was student of the boarding school, I was the manager of OPPN, and my section is Central Language Improvement. Central Language Improvement is a section who manage the activities and emphasize the rules of language in the boarding school. That's really helpful for me to improve my English. So I got the basic skill in English when I was in boarding school. And then when I entered to the university, it's really helpful, especially in speaking skill, because I spoke too much when I was in my boarding school. So right now in my home, I don't have any partner to talk with English. Okay, that's really helpful, I think.
I really miss the moment when you speak up in front of the students and shout angry with them and you punish them.
Yeah. I really miss that even also.
Really our bodies like a good environment to learn English, so then we can improve ourselves. If we don't speak English, if we don't speak Arabic, they will punish us, and I have to do this. Exactly like that.
Exactly. Definitely agree. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And Naval, I wanna know about how do you know and where do you know Mr. Nick? And I see that.
Yeah.
Really
Mr. Nick.
Yeah. Maybe you can explain who really is.
Okay. So I got this person, Mr. Nick, is a native Canadian. Right now, he lives in Vancouver, in Canada. And he is a ESL English teacher and also a real estate businessman in Canada.
Oh, businessman also.
Yeah, businessman also. Real estate, or we can say in Indonesia, property. But in Canada. So I know this person from one of the alumni of the boarding school also.
Really?
Her name is Mrs. Hasty. Her name is Mrs. Hasty. So Mrs. Hasty is the owner of Jayabaya Bimbel, and I teach English in Jayabaya Bimbel. So she introduced me to Mr. Nick. Mr. Nick is her friend also. So Mrs. Hasty is also the lecturer of English. So her major is in English education also. So he introduced me to Mr. Nick, and we collaborate. We made a collaboration together in English class. The Mr. Nick is also really interesting to be a partner of Jaya Bimba because his wife is from Indonesia. So yes, that's right. On October, he will visit Indonesia. On October, he will visit Indonesia here in Malang because his wife's home is in Malang. Okay.
It will be good for you.
Yeah. Maybe if you visit East Java, you can visit my home and we will talk each other with Mr. Nick in November.
But I can.
Yeah.
And you said his wife is Indonesian also.
Yes, that's right. Indonesia.
And where does she live now? In Canada?
Yeah, in Canada. Originally from Malang, and she lives in Canada right now.
Originally from.
Yes, with her daughter and son in Canada. Interesting. Canada.
Right, talking about accent.
Okay. Okay.
Actually, I want to ask, which one do you like the best, English or American? But from what I hear in your pronunciation, also in your speaking, I know that you love British than American. Is that right?
Yeah, definitely.
And why did you choose this accent? Or why not this? Why not? Yeah.
Okay. So, before my teacher taught me British accent, I spoke with American accent. So yeah, in my boarding school, I spoke American accent. I used to speak American accent. So I began my study in British accent approximately 1 year ago. 1 year ago. So just 1 year ago. And who teaches me? So the one of the teacher in my boarding school when we were students. When we were students, yeah. His name is Mr. Lutfian. So Mr. Lutfian is your teacher also. Your tutor. Your wali class. Is it right? Okay. So he teaches me British accent and encourages me to speak with a British accent because he graduated from Lancaster University, majoring in business marketing. Yeah, in business marketing. So he took his magister. He took his magister in Lancaster University, United Kingdom. So right now, he has already returned to Indonesia and work in HP company. So why I like British accent? Because I think the majority of people in Indonesia, they use American accent in their daily conversation because I think it's more familiar in their in their daily conversation. And also when we were in our school, in elementary school, the teacher also taught us American accent. So
that's right.
Yeah, so that is the reason why a lot of the majority in Indonesia use American accent in their daily conversation. So he told me that if you use British accent, you will stand out in the crowd. You will stand out in the crowd and be the one who can speak British. So even though I'm still learning right now, so I still need a lot of improvement. So that is one of the reasons, standing out in the crowd, because the majority of people in Indonesia speak American accents, but just little of them who speak British accents. So it will be, yeah, I think that's right.
Make you
So
different.
Okay, it's different. So also, it, I see that British accent is cool like that. Someone would speak British is like the cool person like that. So yeah, I think that is my reason. But both are American or British is pretty good English.
Since you speak British accent, I see the differences from your style. I mean, you look different from other.
Yeah, that's right. So,
And do you think accent is really important in English?
okay. So actually, accent is it important? Accent in English. So in my opinion, and also I have asked my lecturer about this question. Yeah, if if we are the English teacher, it means the one who teaches English. So yeah, we must have the English accent because we are English teacher. If you want to use American accent or British accent, it doesn't matter because we are English teacher and we are majoring in English education. So you must be able to speak with English accent. I mean, British or American, up to you. But in outside teaching, outside the English education major, maybe if we are studying in business field or in law or in designer and other major, if we want to speak English without the accent, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. So the important is the audience understand what we speak. That is enough. So yeah, you can hear how Mrs. Simulyani, the Minister of Finance of Indonesia, when she speaks English, her accent is Indonesian accent, really Indonesian accent. Also, the Minister of but right now it's not the minister. Susi Pujiastuti also, when she speaks English with the Indonesian accent also, including our president. He speaks with Indonesian accent also. Even Japanese accent, I think.
I think at least we have to learn to remove our Indonesian accent, and at least we choose English or American. Just two of the right.
Exactly. Because we are majoring in English education. Okay.
Right. Okay, and for the last novel, before we close this deep conversation about English education department, maybe can you share with us about your process and your strategies in learning English? I mean, maybe you can share your experiences, your process, your strategies, and maybe you can give us some advices. Okay.
So about my process and my strategy to learn English is so in the morning I usually hear the podcast, the English podcast, especially British English podcast. So I usually hear that podcast to improve my speaking, also listening and speaking, because the more we listen, the more we speak. So then that is really important also, not just in English but also in Arabic, you know that. So that because you are great in Arabic. So that is
English than Arabic.
So my process also I used to I always talk with my itself to improve my English, so then like talking in front of the mirror. So that is really useful also. So yeah, the process. But learning English it really takes time. It's not just one day, one night, or 1 week. It really takes time. Yeah, really takes time. So 1 year, 2 years, and etc. And also, yeah, I think that is the important one. Learning new language takes time. Definitely takes time. Like Pikinaki, he learned English or other language. Definitely takes time. So yeah, that is really important advice. So also, when we study English, yeah, maybe one of my family or one of your friends or my friends asked me, what do you study? What do you study English? So English is, the language of the kafir, non-Muslim language. Why do you study that? Yeah. Do you often receive that question? Okay. So actually, my lecturer has already answered this question. If one of your family or one of your friends asks you, what do you study? English. So why do you choose English? English is the language of kafir. So why do you choose that? So no. Yeah, I choose this because this is the language of the universe also, and this language is from Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala also. In Surah, I think Surah Ar-Rum or what else? I forgot. The translation is like this. God has created many languages. God has created many languages, and yeah, the function of that creation is you know each other with that languages. So ikhtilafi alsinatikum, I think the first is, I forgot what is the first what ayah in the Quran. So God has created the many accents, many languages in this universe to know each other, and to do the silaturahmi. So that is really important. So I think learning English is also one of the worship, and to know what a beautiful the creation of God. She has created many accents and many languages in this universe. That is really important also. Yeah, I think that is. So yeah, that is in my opinion, and my lecture says that.
Okay. Yeah, I think I ever hear about this verse in Quran.
Yeah, that's right.
More languages in this world to know each other.
No.
Yeah,
That's right. We can spread Islam with English. That's right. Okay. Really important.
All right. You listening to podcast and talking to yourself.
And watching YouTube is also
YouTube. The habits that we always used to do in the boarding school is bringing our dictionary wherever we go.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, that's right.
But here
right.
in the boarding school, it's very hard to do that because we have phones. We have phones right now. We can use internet. And about your process and your strategies, I really appreciate it, and I proud with you. And I still remember when you were class 3. I still remember you were class. I was class 1 intensive. I still didn't know about you. We don't know each other, and I saw you keep up with waiting for the food at the noon, and then you while keep up in the line, you just read your dictionary.
I don't remember that.
In my head, who is he? Why he always blah blah blah? And Alright. Okay, Noval. Thank you very much for this conversation, and hope me and you can take the lessons from this conversation. And also, guys, if you have a question for me, Raihan, and also Noval, you may ask. Just write your question in the comment below. Inshallah, we will answer it as soon as possible. And I think this is the last of our conversation. And the last, I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much, Noval.
Okay, anytime. Bye bye.
You say
good luck.
you.
Okay.